Chapter 1. A Call to Adventure. Metropolis was bustling as always, but for Kryptonite Man and Kryptonite Woman, the day began with an urgent call from the Global Superhero Alliance. There had been a surge in supervillain activity worldwide, and the dynamic duo was needed to help bring order back to the planet. "Are you ready for this?" Jason asked, his eyes glinting with determination. Emily smiled, her green suit glowing slightly. "Always. Let's show them what we can do." Chapter 2. Paris, France. Their first stop was Paris, where the notorious thief, the illusionist, was wreaking havoc. Using his ability to create life like holograms, he was making it impossible for the authorities to catch him. Jason and Emily arrived just in time to see multiple versions of the illusionist scaling the Eiffel Tower. "Time to cut through the illusions," Emily said, her hands crackling with green energy. With precision, Jason and Emily coordinated their attacks, using their powers to dispel the holograms and track down the real illusionist. Within moments, they had him cornered and captured. Chapter 3. Tokyo, Japan. Next, they flew to Tokyo, where a rogue AI named Cybermind was attempting to take control of the city's infrastructure. As they landed, they saw the chaos unfolding, with traffic lights flashing erratically and buildings shutting down. "We need to get to the central server," Jason said, analyzing the situation. Emily nodded and used her ability to sense and manipulate energy to trace the source of the disturbance. They infiltrated the main server room, where Cybermind's presence was strongest. With a combination of Jason's brute strength and Emily's technological prowess, they managed to isolate and shut down Cybermind, restoring order to Tokyo. Chapter 4. Cairo, Egypt. Their journey then took them to Cairo, where an ancient sorceress, Serket, had been awakened and was terrorizing the city with her control over sand and serpents. Emily and Jason arrived to find the streets filled with swirling sandstorms and monstrous serpents. "We need to find her talisman. It's the source of her power," Emily shouted over the roar of the sandstorm. Using their combined abilities, they fought their way through the chaos, eventually finding Serket in an ancient temple. In a fierce battle, they managed to destroy her talisman, breaking her control and returning her to a dormant state. Chapter 5. Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. In Rio, they faced a bioterrorist known as Venom, who had released a toxin into the city's water supply. The duo raced against time to find the antidote and stop the spread of the toxin. Emily's knowledge of chemistry and biology proved invaluable as she worked to synthesize the antidote, while Jason protected her from Venom's attacks. After a tense showdown, they successfully neutralized the toxin and apprehended Venom, saving countless lives. Chapter 6. Africa. The sun blazed over the savannah, casting long shadows of acacia trees across the golden grass. Birds scattered from their nests, sensing the approaching danger. In the heart of Africa, a colossal spaceship descended from the sky, its metallic surface glinting ominously. The ground trembled as the alien vessel landed, sending shockwaves through the nearby villages. Without hesitation, the duo soared across the globe, their emerald auras leaving trails of light in the sky. As they approached the alien ship, they saw the invaders, towering creatures with armor like scales and advanced weaponry. The aliens began marching towards a nearby village, their intentions clear and malevolent. Jason took to the skies, his fists glowing with power. He swooped down, delivering a series of rapid punches that shattered the aliens' weapons and armor. The villagers watched in awe as the two heroes fought with unmatched skill and determination. Despite their formidable strength, the aliens continued to advance. Emily knew they needed to change tactics. She closed her eyes, focusing her energy. Within moments, she created a protective dome around the village, ensuring the safety of its inhabitants. Landing between the aliens and the village, Jason and Emily stood tall, their presence a beacon of hope. "You will not harm this land," Jason declared, his voice resolute. The aliens hissed and raised their weapons, but before they could fire, Emily unleashed a powerful wave of kryptonite energy. The blast sent the front line of aliens reeling backward, their armor crackling under the intense green light. Meanwhile, Jason confronted the alien leader, a massive creature with a crown of spikes. The leader roared and charged, but Jason was ready. With a swift movement, he dodged the attack and struck the leader with a concentrated blast of kryptonite energy, sending it crashing to the ground. Seeing their leader defeated, the remaining aliens hesitated. Emily seized the opportunity, her voice echoing with authority. "Leave this planet and never return," she commanded. The aliens, now fearful and disoriented, retreated to their ship. As the spaceship ascended and disappeared into the sky, the villagers erupted in cheers. Jason and Emily deactivated the protective dome and approached the grateful crowd. "Thank you, Kryptonite Man and Kryptonite Woman," an elder said, tears of gratitude in her eyes. "You have saved our homes and our lives." Jason smiled warmly. "It's our duty to protect humanity, no matter where we are." Emily nodded, her heart swelling with pride. "Together, we are stronger. We will always stand against those who threaten our world." As the sun set over the savannah, the heroes took a moment to admire the breathtaking beauty of Africa. They knew their mission was far from over, but for now, they had brought peace to this corner of the world. Chapter 7: New Delhi, India. Their final stop was New Delhi, where a villain called Shatter was using his ability to create destructive sound waves to terrorize the city. Using their powers, Emily and Jason created a soundproof barrier to protect the citizens while they confronted Shatter. In a dramatic battle, they managed to overpower him and secure him in a containment unit that neutralized his abilities. Chapter 8: Homecoming. Exhausted but triumphant, Jason and Emily returned to Metropolis. They had traveled the world, facing incredible dangers and overcoming each one with their unique abilities and unwavering partnership. As they landed back home, the city greeted them with cheers and applause. The Global Superhero Alliance recognized their efforts, awarding them medals of honor for their bravery and dedication. "Looks like we made quite the team," Jason said, smiling at Emily. Emily nodded, her eyes shining with pride. "Together, we can face anything." And so, the duo stood side by side, ready for whatever challenges the future might bring, knowing that as long as they were together, they could overcome anything.